let's talk about the getaway car, the Cadillac CT4-V Blackwing. And this is a one of 99 to ever be produced versions. It's the Sebring Raceway IMSA edition. You get the satin black with the decals and the colored brake calipers. You get this excellent like cocoa chocolate brown leather treatment with some quilted V patterns in the seat centers. It's just glorious in here, glorious in the lap of luxury while it's still being nice and tight. And yes, you can turn off your V mode and make everything quiet, soft, comfortable, but I do not care. 472 horsepower, 445 foot-pounds of torque coming out of a twin-turbo 3.6 liter V6. If you want a V8, you got to step up to the CT5, and it also has a 10-speed transmission or a 6-speed manual is available. Wagner Cadillac that we're borrowing this from has this 10-speed, and they also add a manual. And if you're watching this video, you probably know that. You probably know everything else there is to know about this vehicle. The suspension setup, the different underbody, the skirts, the front splitter, the canards, the rear diffuser, the exhaust settings. I mean, this thing is so track focused, but you can flip a switch and go to a more road ready, comfortable daily driver. When you've got all your track modes on, you could dial all these different settings in and out. Your suspension, your exhaust, your engine and transmission settings, traction and stability control, so you can get it really aggressive on the things that you want to be aggressive, but then still make it to where you're not going to have it with all the nannies off and wrap yourself around a tree. You can let it scoot out just a little bit, or you can have it really buttoned down. All this at not a push of a button, a tap of a screen and a slide of a little digital slider gauge. It does remember everything. You have custom mode that you can save, or you can use one of the presets. It's just an absolutely fabulous and dialed in vehicle. The sound of this thing, it's hard to even believe that this is a 6-cylinder, especially an American 6-cylinder. It's a V6, it's not a straight 6, but it burbles, it pops just a little bit, it gurgles, it has a nice deep throaty noise. You can hear the turbo spinning up. The blow-off valve is pretty much completely silenced out. I wish that was louder, but it lets you know it's there. It's got a presence, and it's got a presence that's unlike any other American Turbo 6 that I've ever experienced. This is very obviously a purpose-built vehicle they have managed to also make comfortable. This is the pinnacle of Cadillac, what it should be. Incredibly performance-driven and also comfortable. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Pa! In between the shifts. Pa! I mean, yeah, this thing is incredible. The turbo, you only feel the lag in first gear as you're spinning up, and once you get it past about 2 or 2.5, you're all the way out of the turbo lag. You never get back into it in between gears. And the benefit, oddly enough, the benefit of that is that while you're in first gear, that little bit of lag as you're coming off of the line, unless you brake boost it, which it will let you do, if you allow it to have that little bit of turbo lag, it keeps those rear tires sticking. And if you do brake boost it, you can get it to spin. It's not a donut machine, it's a sticking machine. It wants to be planted, it wants to have grip. It wants to have grip in the straights, in the corners. It's so buttoned down. I mean, essentially zero body roll. The transmission is impeccable, especially when you're in track mode. It is not afraid to skip past several gears and go exactly where you need to. It doesn't make you run through the ringer of gears to go where you want it to go. On the dash here under your V Performance, you can get your 0 to 60 timer, your lateral G meter, your lap timer, all this performance-oriented stuff. I mean, this thing is just so well thought out. I mean, it's a full suite of everything you could want in this type of a car. They've done such an impeccably good job with this vehicle. I mean, this car here, I mean, just look at it. It is the swan song of the gasoline-powered CT4. It's the pinnacle of probably what we're ever going to get out of this Turbo 6, and it is so good. Front engine, rear-wheel drive, incredible paint. You can get a regular CT4-V Blackwing with all these amenities. You can get your 1 of 99 track editions because dealers are actually getting them, and they're just not gonna make cars like this anymore. It almost brings a tear to my eye, but they are going away. They are. I hate it, you hate it, but it's happening. And this is the best CT4 that they've ever made. So what really is this car? This is a more attainable version of the American XS that the CT5 is, while still keeping you under 6 figures, even for a 1 of 99 super limited editions like this. Take off that super limited edition and save yourself about 15 to 20 grand, depending on the sorts of options that you add. If you don't care about collectability, you just want to drive it. And let me tell you, if you're watching this video, you want to drive it.